that, yeah. I like that, yeah.
American bully, that's a dream. From XL booties to extreme. Pocket standing, not left behind. Bullet breathing is a grinder, we don't mind. Pick it up shit, face doing posting. Put in the time, we get up behind. Stand on your 2 feet, no joint in crowd. Stay grounded with 10 toes down. Some get big handy when they win at a show. Some act like Joe, plus some hype for dough. Real breeders are humble, you know. Cause they know just cause you won the class don't mean you won the show.
What's going on, guys? Listen, if you have not hit up on the QBN contest playlist, you really don't know what you're missing. We've actually updated the prize. First prize, you're going to get a full week's paid vacation right here at the Cube with me, my dogs, and my yard. Everything I could give you, anything you want to ask is going to be given to you, plus a $500 prize. You're also going to get Nuvet NuJoint DS. Second place, you're getting $200 to be spent on Amazon, plus 2 Nuvet and 2 NuJoint DS's. Third place, I'm sorry, you're only getting $50 to spend on Amazon, plus a Nuvet and NuJoint DS. If you have not started watching QBN's playlist, we're going to be asking 2 questions out of every video. There's only 10 videos to be watched. If you haven't been watching it, I really don't know what you're waiting for. Spin roll from the queue. I'll be catching you on the next one. Friday night bully talk. What is going on, family? Yes, sir. We coming in tonight. We're going to be talking about teeth. And oh my goodness, Miss Beth, how are you doing? How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a minute. We got Kyle Espinosa. What's up, man? Nothing but love. Listen, tonight, I decided we should talk a little bit about dog teeth because I think that it's one of those things that gets severely overlooked. I have a story for you guys that actually ended badly, and that's the main reason why I wanted to bring up the whole dog teeth topic today, to show you guys how something so simple could become so complicated. Kyle Espinosa, Toledo, Ohio. We got Pity Mom saying hello. We got Ms. Beth B. Kyle Espinosa, I used to play football in college about half an hour from you in Tiffin University. We got my dude, Roger Fajardo. What's up, brother? Nothing but love, man. What's going on, Raj? Big Raj. Kyle Espinosa, man, I want to show you my dogs and ask your opinion. Inbox me. No, it's the other way around. Inbox me, bro. Listen, I'm 51. At this stage of the game, my memory bank is full, man. It really is. But, man, let me tell you, this week, I just got the worst of news. So it turns out about 2 years ago, we had, I'm not going to mention this person's name, but he's an avid follower of ours, always supporting us, giving us likes and whatnot. Long story short, I had talked to him about 2 years ago about giving his dog Nuvet and NuJoint DS, right? It so happens that Nuvet is so well formulated, it is also the best thing that you could give for dog teeth. So, and I'll show you guys here in a little bit what the nutritional, the vitamins and the minerals that Nuvet and NuJoint DS bring that actually help teeth. But in this guy's particular scenario, he never really got Nuvet. He played along like he did, but he really didn't do it. By his own admission. Now, guys, listen, when I recommend that you guys, buy Nuvet or whatnot, I'm giving you the reasons as to why. Whether you do it or not, that's completely up to you. I mean, it's not, I don't want you to feel like you owe me anything, because you certainly don't. Patriot Bullies, thanks for all the great info. You got it, man. You don't owe me anything, but you owe it to yourself and to your dogs. So this gentleman, he had bought a puppy about 2 years ago, and he's been feeding him Green Monster, which is a particular topper. I made a video on that. He's feeding the dog raw. He's doing everything, or at least it seems like he's doing everything, to the T. We thought that he was giving, Nuvet NuJoint DS because, he mentioned to me, hey, send me the code. I'm going to get it. But, that was the end of that. I sent him the code and that was the end of that. D. Taylor, what's going on, man? It's Sarata. Good evening, everybody. So his dog about, I want to say 8 months ago. I want to say about 8 months ago because it was December of last year. He called me up and his dog was running a fever. And it happened to coincide that it had rained in his neck of the woods and the dog had gotten muddied up. And I told him dogs usually don't get fevers after they get muddied up, but anything could happen. What's up, Alberto Ayala, Adam Fields? What's going on, brother? Nothing but love. Joe Valdez, thank you for the great info. You got it, man. Shake tree, like always. So it had just rained. The dog had gone in the mud one night. A day or two later, the dog's nose is dry. He's lethargic. Takes him to the vet. Dog has a fever. And they did a full assessment. In the medical field, we say head to toe. I guess in the veterinary field is toe to tail, right? And it turns out, hello, Seton Bully Puppies need a female. Been following you for a minute. All right, we're going to get into that here, Jermaine Johnson. Just give me a minute. I'll get into it, man. So he took the dog into the vet. They did a full workup, Carmelo and Chica, and they couldn't find anything. Now, obviously, his white blood cell count was high, which is usually an indicator for an infection. So they sent him antibiotics, and they sent him home. And he said literally like within a day and a half later, the dog was looking better already with the antibiotics. And he did the 10-day cycle. They usually send antibiotics for 10-day cycle, amoxicillin, which is broad spectrum. It's one of the most basic things that you give out there. And so once he finishes the 10-day, antibiotic treatment, out of nowhere, the dog starts running a fever again. Right. And took him to the vet. Vet's looking everywhere. Can't find what's going on. Poop is good. Urine is fine. There's no UTI. They're running the blood work. WBCs are high. However, the dog is eating and drinking. Originally, he wasn't. But now this time around, he's still doing it. But his nose was completely dry. And every now and then, the owner was saying that, he looked like a little groggy, a little like he was stumbling a little bit. So he hit me up and I was like, man, seriously, bro, like you need to get a second veterinary opinion only because it almost seems like they're missing something. What are you feeding the dog? We went through all that. What are you deworming? How much are you deworming? Certain dewormers, if you give too much, could actually affect the dog. We went over everything. Guys, when I say I did a FaceTime consult like I'm doing, kind of like how I'm doing live, but, on FaceTime, on my phone with them. And we're there for an hour and a half. We've gone through everything. And out of the blue, I was like, dude, have you checked the dog's teeth? He's like, what do you mean? I said, bro, I need you to open this dog's mouth and we need to go tooth by tooth and make sure we don't have anything cracked or anything like that. Well, it turns out there was a cracked tooth or molar actually in the back. And it was because he had bought the dog these deer antlers. Okay. Deer antlers. And so the molar, he said, he said that you could barely see it, but there was a slight discoloration. I couldn't see the discoloration on the phone. Either way, he took the dog to the vet. Lo and behold, they figured out there was a crack there. They checked the rest of the teeth, supposedly, and everything was fine. All this time, he's not giving the dog Nuvet, okay? He's not giving this dog Nuvet. And so A month or two go by. He hits me up again, right? This is about, I want to say, around March, April-ish. He's like, hey, bro, there's something up with my boy. There's something going on with my boy. He's not wanting to eat or drink. He's kind of lost a little weight. I thought it was because I had a female that was in heat. There's something going on. And I asked him, I said, bro, I mean, have you given him, any more deer antlers, anything going on with the teeth? No, not at all. I said, all right, fine. I guess you're going to have to take him to the vet, right? Because we got to do blood work, see if maybe he picked up an amoeba or something, because he did have a little bit of diarrhea going on. So MJA, nothing but love, man, with your second child, nothing but love, man. So lo and behold, he takes the dog to the vet, and again, white blood cell counts are through the roof. There you go, MJ, number love. So he, the vets again, they give him broad spectrum antibiotics. They send him back home. It's the typical protocol. You guys got to realize, and this is one of the main reasons why I get so many people hitting me up and asking me, XYZ. When you go to the vet, right? When you go to the vet, let me see if I can do this here, because I don't have a sheet of paper, guys. I should have been better prepared, but let me see if I can pull this off. So what happens is you go to the vet, and the vet is pretty much taught, like a doctor, right? Like a medical doctor, to follow a protocol, right? And that protocol, the reason it's established is not only, I hope you guys don't mind this, just a little quick thing. Not only is that protocol made for medical reasons, that protocol is made for legal reasons, right? This is one of the reasons why I no longer want to work in the hospital, right? Is for legal reasons, also economic reasons, and that's usually implemented by either the hospital or the veterinary hospital, for that matter. And then lastly, right, and this is just my point of view, guys. This is my point of view. I could be completely wrong, but what I have seen is the protocol leads to legal, right? Legal for the vet. Oh, I followed the book. I did what the book said, right? That's how you're legally covered. Then an economic incentive, which is, oh yeah, $80 for the vet visit. That's just for me to walk in the room, right? And rather than us swabbing and going 3 steps further, we just gave him a little amoxicillin and told him to come back in 10 days. That way we could recharge again and keep the thing going, right? And then lastly, we're gonna handle the health response, or we're gonna respond health wise. At least that's my opinion. You guys might have a different opinion, and I respect it, but that's what I think. Yeah, Roger says do it on my green screen. I will, man. I will one day. But here's the thing. They sent the dog home. And ever since then, it's been downhill. Let me explain to you guys why. One of the antibiotics that they had sent the dog, thank you, MJA, had damaged one of the dog's kidneys, right? And because they had kept hitting him over and over and over, right, with the same antibiotics, it got to a point where somehow, some way, it had hurt the dog's kidney. So turns out about a month and a half ago, he hits me up and he's crying on the phone. And he's telling me, bro, he's like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm like, what's going on, bro? He's like, bro, I'm sorry. He's like, I just found out that my dog has his liver is damaged to the point where he's gonna die. And what's even worse is they just found another infection in another one of his teeth. And he's like, and you know, I want to confess to you, man, that I never gave my dog Nuvet. And this confession all came because I had spoken to him, I guess, at some point, that one of the most important things that a dog needs for his teeth is zinc, Z-I-N-C, right? And the reason that zinc is so important for a dog's teeth is because not only does it keep the teeth healthy, it keeps the gums healthy, and it doesn't allow bacterial buildup. It changes the environment for bacteria, so bacteria is not able to promulgate. So I had told him that I want to say maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and I guess it was in the back of his mind. And you know, he called me on Monday. He called me Sunday night, letting me know that he was putting the dog down on Monday, and then on Monday he had put the dog down. And you know, sometimes it sucks to be right, man. Sometimes it does, man. He told me, he said, bro, you know what? I watch all your damn lives. I watch your freaking videos. I don't know why I didn't want to get Nuvet. It was like, to me, it was more of like an expense than anything else. And he's like, but here I am. I just ruined my freaking dog over saving, you know, and he heard me recently saying that for $1.67, you could have Nuvet NuJoint DS. You know, all I can say is we learned, you know, there's no guarantee that Nuvet would have stopped that. However, zinc does play a pivotal role in your dog's health, teeth health, along with his overall body, but the teeth health as well. In this particular scenario, you know, they did the protocol, the famous protocol, which is another reason why me personally, I don't want to work in the ICU anymore, because whenever I hear let's follow the protocol, we know, or at least I know, that we're going to take care of ourselves legally first. We're going to take care of ourselves economically second, right? And then we're going to give you an aspirin. Because that's the one thing you can't sue me over, and I could charge you a lot of money for. And that's the third thing that we're going to deal with, right? And it's sad. It took me, been a nurse now for 14 years. It took me about 3 years to figure this out, right? Because the verbiage when you're in a hospital setting, it's oh no, it's patient first. Patient first, patient first. So why is it when the patient comes in, you don't look at the patient first? You go to the chart, you don't read the health stuff, you're reading what insurance they're carrying. Why? Why are we doing that first? See what I'm saying? So yeah, it sucks. It sucks. And you know, I had to learn this firsthand when I switched over to becoming a breeder. And I had dogs with yeast infections. I had dogs with just about every. I even had a dog with a Aruba at one point. She had a thorn in her paw, right? And, you know, at first you got to take the dog to the vet, because even though I'm a nurse, I kind of want to see how they treat dogs and whatnot. Then I started to find out they follow the same protocol doctors do. Protocol. Legal first. We're covered. Then we're going to charge you. And then we're going to give you a little aspirin or a little something just to make you think we're doing something. So you could turn around and come back in 10 days so I could charge you another visit. Yeah. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, but it's, you know, it happens. It happens. This is why it's important, guys, to know, to have knowledge when you walk into a veterinary's office. Because Like I told this guy, first time you go in there, why are they going to give you a broad spectrum antibiotic and tell you to come back in 10 days? Why not swab, give you the broad spectrum antibiotic, let me put this in a culture. Let's culture it for 48, 72, 96 hours, whatever. Let's look at what it is under a microscope. And now, we know exactly what to give you to fix this problem. Right? I'm just saying. Miklo just turned 14 months today, and he's been on Nuvet NuJoint DS since day one of arriving from Oklahoma to Colorado. Let me tell you guys something. This boy, Miklo, you got to check him out. You got to check out his account. Sweetest dog I've seen. I've seen him on Instagram. I see a little baby walking a full-fledged XL, and like nothing, man. So happy birthday, Miklo, and thank you for being on Nuvet. So I'm feeding my dogs Nuvet NuJoint right freaking now. I'm telling you, definitely purchasing in the next few days. Listen, I'm not telling you the story to scare you. I'm telling you the story for you to understand that anything can arise. It could be the teeth. It could be an eye. It could be the ears. It could be a yeast infection. I just got hit up yesterday. Pity Mom saying, facts, MJA, you got it. My pups will always be on Nuvet. Look, let me show you something. Sorry. Let me show you something. So if you look at Nuvet, right, you got vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin C, and then over here, minerals, phosphorus, potassium, zinc, calcium, selenium. But, hold on, guys. Hold on. Here you go. If you look over here, it says vitamin D, right? So the reason I'm bringing this up is because, check this out. I'm going to show you guys something. Before I came on the live, and I mean, I already knew the answer, guys, because I had looked for it. I looked up for it before, but I wanted to share it with you. Most important vitamins and minerals for a dog's teeth include calcium. It's in here. Phosphorus is in here. Vitamin D in here. Vitamin C here. Zinc here. You get the point. These nutrients play vital roles in building up, maintaining strong teeth, supporting healthy gums, and aiding the absorption of essential minerals. And then it tells you what each one does. Check it out. Calcium and phosphorus. These two minerals work together to form the structure of teeth and bones. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium and phosphorus, making it essential for strong teeth and bones. Vitamin C supports gum health and helps with the repair of body tissues, including those in the mouth. Zinc plays a role in maintaining healthy gums and may help inhibit plaque formation, according to Animal Wellness magazine. So, hold on. Let me just put this over here. So, let me break it down for you. Nuvet over here. The green bottle we said is multivitamin. NuJoint is joint support. It's 100% natural, cold pressed, not cooked, never been recalled, made at human food grade level. So you mean to tell me that this thing not only is going to fix your dog's east-westy, okay, if it's dietary east-west, it's going to correct it. Because if you're feeding kibble, we've already talked about kibble gets processed in a way where a lot of these vitamins and minerals get denatured. So your dog can't use it, ends up borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. So once this stuff gets in there, it becomes bioavailable. All of a sudden, the dog's feet start to correct and the dog's feeling great. Well, guess what? It's not the joints and bones the only thing that Nuvet works on. It's also the teeth. You've seen the vitamins and minerals that are in Nuvet and NuJoint, and I shown you online exactly what it is that you need, and it's already here. You don't have to go chop something up and measure it and do all that. It becomes impractical. You literally just pop a wafer into the dog's mouth and you're good to go. Joint support. You got NuJoint DS. It's got the vitamins and minerals to go with it. Pop it right in the mouth for $1.67. Now, remember this, guys, because a lot of people telling me, man, Raul, it's pretty expensive, bro, 50-something dollars. Yeah, but it's a 90-day supply right here. 90-day chewable wafers. And if you turn it around, let me see if the camera gets it, zooms in. There you go. Look, you give, if 5 pounds or under, feed half a wafer. 5 pounds and over, feed 1 wafer. So if you have a dog that weighs 6 pounds, this pretty much has you covered for 90 days. So last time I checked, if we were to round it and say this is $50, if you do auto ship, of course, you get that extra discount. $50, you divide that by 90, that's almost 50 cents a day, man. Was it worth it? Was it worth losing a dog over 50 cents a day? And I only say because that's what he said. He told me just like that. Was it really worth it? Go figure, man. Detailer, yeah, we can do the prize wheel detailer. I could definitely bring the prize wheel up, but you're going to have to earn it. I'm not just going to spin it because you asked for it this time around. We need to see some prize wheel. Here you go. Let me see. Let me bring her right up. There you go. So yeah, you're gonna have to give me something, man. Give me something, detailer. Like maybe I'll think of something. Maybe I'll ask a question. Maybe I'll ask a question. Maybe that's how we're gonna roll with it. Let me see here. For some reason, my saved prize wheel, it's not coming up. So I may not even do the prize wheel. I may just do like a riddle or something. And whoever guesses it right gets it. And we'll just roll with it that way. Glad I put my puppy on Nuvet. Hey, man, I'm telling you guys, think about this for a minute. My dogs go to the vet. This is normally how it works. Say I have a litter, which, by the way, somebody was asking if we got puppies and whatnot. I could tell you we just did a progesterone today on our girl, and girl was at 2 today. Her progesterone was 2. So we are getting ready. We got everything set up. We're just waiting for her to hit 10, and then, we're going to start making it happen. If you're interested in puppies or anything like that, you could always download QBN app, click contact us, and you're going to be basically texting me directly, right? This is my boy Blueberry. Let me just tell you, he's amazing. Now I lost my train of thought, man. You see what happens when you get old? Oh, Nuvet. So the way it works is these pups, when they're born, okay, so their mom, our girl, which let me bring her up here so you can see her. Our girl over here, right? She is already on Nuvet. She's been on Nuvet. All of my dogs are on Nuvet. When she gets impregnated, she will continue to be on Nuvet until she has the puppies, which she will still continue to be on Nuvet. On day 23, I remove the puppies from the mom, and they go into MUSH. Now, when it comes to MUSH, we're going to add Nuvet, right? I have plenty of videos showing how we add Nuvet NuJoint DS into the MUSH. So basically, our puppies from the moment of inception all the way to 10 weeks, the day that they leave, they've been on Nuvet NuJoint DS, and the ones that stay are just going to be on Nuvet for the rest of their life, period. That's how we roll with it. Because Nuvet, and the reason I bring that up is because a lot of people ask me, can you give Nuvet to pregnant females? Of course. Of course. Not just pregnant, but even postnatally, you definitely. And the puppies, for sure. This is why you don't see many cases of East-Westy or those types of orthopedic issues in my yard. Now, I may have a dog over here or there that are a little bit of East-West, and I'll be the first to tell you it's more genetic than anything else, okay? There's nothing you can do about that. But the great majority have straight feet, and that's because we don't have dietary East-West because we got Nuvet on board. Bottom line. You know, this is our ordering code, 513237, and 13% off with auto ship. So let me explain something to you about auto ship. If you do auto ship and you order both bottles, you're also going to get a free one-on-one FaceTime with me, whatever you want to talk about. If you're purchasing a puppy, if you're trying to set up your breeding program, if you have skin issues, if you have anything going on, you got my time. I say it's a 20-minute FaceTime, but honestly, the last one I did was for an hour and 15 minutes. I don't have an issue. So just keeping that real with you guys, man. Let's go here. Most hated native. Can nursing females have Nuvet NuJoint? There you go. That's for most hated native. So yes, my girl is currently on Nuvet NuJoint DS. So is Blueberry. While she's pregnant, she's going to be on Nuvet NuJoint DS. After she has puppies, she's going to be on Nuvet NuJoint DS. That's how we're going to roll with it. WTE Kennels from Oklahoma. Love watching. Appreciate you and what you do for the community. Number love, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. We have Pankin Leche Lover. Pan con Leche Lover. Pankin Leche. Oh, man. Pan con Leche Lover. Here we go. Hey, Raul, I have an American bully that broke out in hot spots. I feed him diamond dog food. I wanted to ask you that because of the breakout. Well, let's do something, man. Let's do something because I made a video here recently and I broke down several dog foods. So let's go to, let me see. You said that you got the dog on, let me see, Diamond dog food. Can you be more specific? Is it Diamond Naturals? I want to bring up the nutritional labels so we could talk about it. So I'll come back to your comment. Just let me know, Pan con Leche, and I'll answer you, bro. Number love, man. Junior Pesina, I just got Nuvet DS and Nuvet Plus auto ship going on 2 months. Great stuff. There you go, man. There you go. Keeping it. Hey, Junior, let everybody know if I'm sponsoring you or not, man, because you're not even a member of the channel. Rick Rock, that's right. My girl got that Nuvet NuJoint DS. There you go, man. Carmelo, Chica TV. Raul, you the man. No, Carmelo, you the man. I don't care what Chica says, bro. You the man. All right? Just be strong, man. Be strong. Gross Roads, Powerhouse Bullies. What about tumors? Okay, so let's talk about tumors. I have older dogs, right? My boy Fireball is 8. My girl Aruba is 8, right? His sister. Let's take a look over here. Let's talk about tumors, right? So let me just give you a couple of ingredients that they have here that are, I guess, tumor fighters, if you will. One of them, I know for a fact, shark cartilage is more of a myth than anything else. But it's good to have the shark cartilage for joint support, right? Blue-green algae, right? Blue-green algae. Do not let your dog jump in a lake and drink all the blue-green algae water. It could probably die. It's got to be the right amount. It's got to be processed the way that they do it. Brewer's yeast, vitamin B's, right? Necessary. Let's see. We have cat's claw, evening primrose. I told you about the shark cartilage, oyster shell, alpha amylase, beta carotene. We got pine bark. We have papain, right? Papain, which is an enzyme from the papaya plant, which helps break down fat, not break down, but allows the dog to be able to digest easier fats, proteins, carbohydrates. L-methionine, it's got alfalfa, chicken liver, it's got vitamin B1, thiamine, real important, vitamin B2, riboflavin, B3, niacin, B5, pentathoic acid, vitamin B6, right? I can't say it. Vitamin B12, cobalamin, vitamin D, vitamin K, right? In order to clot. Manganese, lysine, methionine, cysteine, phenylalanine, tyrosine. It's got valine, arginine, has histidine, alanine, aspartic acid, glutamic acid, and glycine. Huh. All I can tell you is I just got a workup for both Aruba and Fireball. They're both healthy as horses. You've seen my boy Fireball. I made plenty of shorts and videos. If not, go to my Instagram. I invite you. Check him out. For 8 years old, he's looking pretty damn good. My girl Aruba, the only thing she has going on, and it happened the day I took her to the vet, coming back. When she was getting off the car, somehow she got her nail. One of her nails in one of her paws, let me see, in her front right paw, somehow got her nail into the seatbelt buckle. And when she yanked, she yelped. I looked at the nail, didn't come off or anything, but it was cracked. So that's the only thing. So Pan con leche, I've been using your advice on your videos on hotspots yeast and it's been helping, but I just want to know if the Diamond dog food is good or not so good so I can cut it out the diet. I could pretty much tell you it isn't pan con leche, but you already brought it up, man. Tell me, what is the exact Diamond dog food you're feeding? Is it Diamond Natural? Is it that, what is it, P86 or P386? I don't remember what the numbers are. Alberto Ayala, I want to share that my puppy had 2 little spots that were losing hair. I went QBN wild. I gave him bath with baking soda and started giving him a teaspoon of coconut oil, and holes are almost done. Bro, listen, guys, the information I put out. Look, first of all, let me say this. I'm not a vet, right? Which to a lot of people, it's a major turnoff. But to those of you that have been put through the grinder of the protocol, y'all remember I just explained the protocol to y'all, right? They take care of themselves legally. They charge you, left and right, and then they give you a little aspirin, right? Once you go through those processes, then I become really attractive to you because I ain't no doctor, but I'm a nurse, and I do have just a little bit of medical background, just enough to kind of figure things out. I've been doing this breeding thing for about 10 years. And I can tell you 90% of whatever goes on with my dogs, I take care of it in-house. And I'm saying 90% to be generous. I could probably say 98% and get away with it without lying or having to inflate numbers or anything, right? And that's just because I've been breeding for so long. If every time you got to take a dog to the vet, and you got to pay that $80 vet visit before they charge you for anything else, then, man, imagine that. You know how many dogs I've had throughout the years? I mean, you can't be taking dogs to the vet for just anything. It's got to be something that's out of your hands, something that, okay, dog got bit by a snake. Yeah, that's out of my hands. We definitely got to go. But if you got a little spot over here and coconut oil can fix it, why do I want to go and give my money away to the vet? Makes no sense, right? Let me catch up here on the comments. I'm a little bit behind. Pan con leche, you still haven't answered my question, bro. You must be Cuban, bro. You must be Cuban like me. Yeah, you must be Cuban. You just want answers. You're not a member. You're not answering questions. You're only asking questions tonight. D. Taylor, for sure, got my notepad ready for the mouth is pivotal. Even in humans can cause so many issues of oral hygiene if the oral hygiene isn't correct. And that's absolutely right, man. Pan con leche, I heard that a dog not eating on an elevated bowl could get east-west. Okay, Pan con leche decided to answer. Diamond puppy chow. Diamond puppy chow? Hold on, man. I never heard of that. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. Diamond puppy chow nutritional label. All right, let's see if we can bring this up, man. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to go with Diamond puppy, or let me see. Okay, all right, we are getting something. So let me see. Yeah, so when you click on it, they don't want you to see the nutritional label. they start playing them little online games. These companies, I tell you, they're really good at what they do. They only want you to see what they want you to see. Hold on. I'm trying to get in here so I can zoom in and we could go item by item. Ah, here it is. Okay. So these guys are pretty bold. All right. So let me go ahead and bring this on screen, and this way we could all talk about it. And this one, my dude Pan con Leche over there. So based off of what I'm seeing here, Pan con Leche, chicken byproduct meal. All right. So Pan con Leche, let me explain something to you. Whenever you see the word meal, right, after any protein, it could be chicken meal, beef meal, fish meal, lamb meal, whatever meal. What that means is that's a very low quality protein. The next product, check it out. Whole grain ground corn. Man, what happened? There we go. Whole grain ground corn. So I've spoken that there's 3 main allergens that they love putting into dog food. And that's corn, wheat, and soy. So here's your first allergen right here, man. Whole grain ground corn, followed by wheat flour. I mean, these dudes they're bold, man. They're pretty straight up. They're pretty much putting a bad protein, right? Or not a bad, but a lower level protein. They're already hitting you with the first allergen, and they following up with the next allergen, right? Wheat flour. Then you got chicken fat preserved with mixed tocopherol, so that's your vitamin E. Then they go to dried beet pulp. All right, so let's think about this for just a second, man. Let's think about this, because this just doesn't make sense, right? Now, I don't know about you guys. I'm not the wolf whisperer. I don't have wolves here or anything like that. But when was the last time you ever seen National Geographic and a wolf decided to dig up a beet and eat it? I don't know if you guys know this. 2 main sources of sugar in the world are, number 1, sugar cane, followed by beet, right? You can get sugar out of beet, right? So beet is a high sugar product or vegetable, if you will. And so we know sugar is a carbohydrate. So we're going to feed that chicken. What was it? Chicken byproduct meal? Please tell me it wasn't chicken byproduct meal. Because if it was, then I'm really, really losing it. Yep, it's chicken byproduct meal. So typically, when you have a lower protein or a lower level protein, it says chicken meal, beef meal, lamb meal, fish meal. But this one really takes the cake, because that word byproduct right here, byproduct, that little word right there, what it means is it's part of the chicken, but it's not like the chicken, right? It could be the beak, it could be the nails, it could be a feather, it could be the crest. That's a chicken byproduct. It's not the chicken. It's on the chicken, but it's not the chicken. You know what I'm saying? So chicken byproduct meal, man, whole grain ground corn, straight carbohydrate. Wheat flour, straight carbohydrate, then chicken fat preserved with mixed tocopherols. Okay, I'll give you that. Every kibble out there's got this. But then we're going to follow it up with dried beet pulp. So I don't know if you guys know this, but the first product, right? The products go in order from what's most abundant to least abundant in the bag. So if I was to read this, at least let me read it as how I read it in my mind. Instead of saying chicken byproduct meal, in my mind, what I'm thinking is chicken beak, nails, and crest and feathers with Whole grain ground corn. Yeah, no, that one I do read it exactly the way it's pretty straight up. Next one, wheat flour. Then we got chicken fat preserved with mixed tocopherols. And then we have dried beet pulp. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products. So, of the first 5 products, if I give you my opinion and I'm being 100% honest, the best ingredient out of all of this is probably the chicken fat preserved with mixed tocopherol. Like, that's not saying much, my friend. So I hate to drop it to you like that, bro. But yeah, yep. That's probably what caused it, man. Mr. Author, the pups I produced and kept have been on Nuvet since they were with their mom, and they have great teeth and coats. She said it, not me. I'm just keeping it real with you. I keep telling you guys about Nuvet. What's funny is I got a call today, right, from a guy that had ordered Nuvet and NuJoint DS. Listen to this. He ordered Nuvet NuJoint DS from another content creator, right? So it's pretty funny. So I came out with Nuvet NuJoint DS 3 years ago. I don't want to say nobody knew about this product, but I came out with this product on my platform, and I started talking about Nuvet NuJoint DS. So what started happening is these platforms that weren't performing well or were new decided, hey, let's steal his idea. We'll sell Nuvet NuJoint DS. So this guy hits me up. He's like, hey, man, I have Nuvet NuJoint DS, and I want to do that free FaceTime that you're giving out. I said, sure. What's your email? What? Yeah, give me your email. So he gave it to me. I looked it up. Said, bro, you're not coming up on my sales. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. I got it from this other guy. All right. So how is it you're buying Nuvet from Joe Blow, but you want me to give you my free hour of time to sit down with you? Come on, guys. You got to make it make sense sometimes, man. Honestly, come on, man. We're not we're not back in high school anymore, man. Yeah, pan con leche. I never changed the kibble because that's what the breeder was feeding them. All right, pan con leche. I'm sorry to tell you this, bro, but that's like a lame ass excuse. It really is, bro. First of all, that breeder probably doesn't know what the hell he's doing, and second of all, you got the puppy, you invested in this puppy, and I'm just not going to learn anymore because that's what he's feeding. So that's what I'm going to feed. Come on, man. You know better than that. I'm hoping that you're new to the channel and you're still, you have a ways to learn. You have a lot of videos to review and go into, and you have a better answer. Okay. MJA, one of my dogs, 7-year-old Standard, was having some pain in the back leg. Got the Nuvet combo last month. He has been doing amazing and much better with no pain. Let me tell you guys something. I'm going to start, MJA, you made an excellent point. I'm going to start taking videos showing you how my boy Fireball runs. Because he runs up that ramp, runs down, he runs all the way over there, runs all the way back. He's 8 years old, man. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be running. I need to see him run. The day I don't see him running, I know something's up. But my point is, there's not many 8-year-old dogs doing what he does. Shay Tree, ingredients in Nuvet. My vet said, great. Wow, Shay. Tell you what, Shay, give me your Nuvet's name and I'll send him a bottle for free. Only because vets hate Nuvet and NuJoint DS. Because these two products keep the dogs away from the vet office, if you know what I mean. Crossroads, she is 11, will be 12 this year. I have been following you lately. Yes, all of this is awesome. Thank you so much. I'm ordering right now. Crossroads, number love, man. Make sure to put our ordering code. Do the auto ship. You can set it up for every 3 months. This comes for 90 days, right? You got 90 tablets. I do recommend that you buy 2 NuJoint DSs instead of 1 because you'll run out, only because it is weight-based. I've already done the numbers. It comes out to $1.67. Let me set it up, man, so you guys understand. So Nuvet, yeah, hold on, man. My handwriting is horrendous. Nuvet NuJoint DS comes out to $1.67 a day, guys. Comes out to $1.67 a day. You get one green bottle, you get two blue bottles. It's going to last you the 90 days. It's going to come out to $1.67. This is if you do the auto ship, because that's going to give you an additional 13% off. In addition, not only do you get a one-on-one FaceTime with me, where we're going to, man, whatever I can help you out with, that's what I'm going to do for you. In addition, your name gets put into our end-of-year raffle, which we do every year. If you happen to win, I'm going to cover your Nuvet NuJoint DS for an entire year. I don't care how many dogs you have. Just letting you know. Pity Mom, your dogs are gorgeous, Raul. Thank you, Pity Mom. I appreciate it. I really love my dogs. Pan con leche, you not a vet, but you damn sure know more than them. Well, Pan con leche, look, let me say this, Pan con leche, because, look, I don't know everything, man. But what little I know, I like to share it with you guys. It's unfortunate that people in the position of power, like a doctor or a vet, that I have seen in the past, I'm not going to say all of them, but I have seen in the past, they really know what's happening, but they decide to take you the long, most expensive way to get there, if you know what I'm saying. They like to follow the protocol, right? Remember what protocol means, right? Whenever you hear protocol, when you go to medical school, you don't think about that. But when when you hit the floor, it means legal protection, economic protection, and then if anything is left over, then we're going to handle it medically, right? This is what I've seen, not just in the medical field, unfortunately. I've seen it in the veterinary field over and over again. And if they know you're a breeder, oh my God. It's another reason why I tell you guys, find yourself a vet in the middle of the country. Their business model is totally different. They're usually, what I really like is the older vets that are out in the country, because they weren't schooled, right? A lot of these veterinary schools, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, they get sponsored, right? Purina says, hey, we're going to sponsor you a library. But these are the veterinary books I want you to have the student. I want to see these veterinary books in your curriculum. You know what that means, right? That means the book, when you get to the part where it says feeding your dog raw, that book is probably going to say, no, you don't want to feed raw, because, and makes an emphasis on not feeding raw. Does that mean that feeding kibble is better than feeding raw? No. What it means is that curriculum has been manipulated by a higher force. That's what that means, man. It's unfortunate, but that's how this world, that's the world we live in. K3 says, after reading the ingredients of the supplement makes you want to take Nuvet NuJoint DS. What's crazy is Nuvet NuJoint DS is made at human food grade level, which is the highest level. Kibble, for example, and other supplements are made at, many other supplements are made at feed grade level. There's a big difference. This is cold pressed, right? There's a reason why it's never been recalled. And it's made at human food grade level, and it's 100% natural. 100% natural. There's no artificial colors, none of that stuff. Now, I made a video recently where I was reviewing kibble, right? In particular, I believe it was Purina. They have BHA, BHT. They have artificial flavoring, artificial coloring. Do you not think that these things are bad for your dogs? When a wolf in the wild, for example, hunts down a gray rabbit, the coloring on that gray rabbit is natural. The flavoring on that gray rabbit is natural. You see what I'm saying? So why do we have to put these artificial flavors and colorings and all this and that? Yeah, then your dog ends up with a tumor and you don't know what happened. I was feeding him the The 60-pound bag for 20 bucks a Purina. I don't know what happened. Yeah, you don't know what happened. You don't want to know what happened. I made goo from the Q today. There you go. That goo. Let me tell you, that stuff is phenomenal. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, or better yet, what Ms. Shaytree just brought up, I'm going to show you guys something that's going to improve your dog's health immediately. Immediately. Right? Now, before I do show this, I have to say, if your dog has any type of health issue, you need to consult with a vet, only because, hey, I got to follow protocol too, man. If I don't take care of myself legally, these vets are going to be pissed off at me that I'm pretty much not letting them make money, and they might get funny and want to do something to me. But either way, let me explain it to you. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to start out with coconut oil, right? Just little old coconut oil. We're going to get 2 cloves of garlic. We're going to get a bulb of ginger. We're going to get some turmeric, and we're going to get, I forgot the name of that, a grater. There you go. A measuring cup, right? We're going to get a measuring cup. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 cup of coconut oil in the measuring cup. We're going to go ahead and chop that garlic, chop it down, let it sit for 15 minutes, let that Allen turn into Allison, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and add that to that measuring cup that already has the coconut oil already in there, right? Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grate that ginger, right? We're going to grate that ginger. There you go. There you go. And you want to grate just about the same amount of garlic. If you go a little over, a little under, it's not the end of the world, guys. But try to make it as even as possible, okay? Then what we're going to do is we're going to add that to the garlic and that coconut oil. But it doesn't end there. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to put it on simmer. Put it on the lowest setting that you have on your kitchen. Let it melt. You're gonna keep it there for about 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes are just about up, I want you to go ahead and add some nice powdered 100% natural turmeric to that. Okay, so we have the ginger, we have the garlic, we have the coconut oil in there. We melted it, and now what we're gonna add is gonna be the turmeric. There you go. 1 big old tablespoon of turmeric. That's a lot of turmeric, believe it or not. Also, we're going to add black pepper because black pepper potentiates the turmeric. Now, you make sure you mix it, however you mix it, whether with the spoon or you do the whole pan thing. It doesn't matter. Okay? Once that's done, you're going to let it sit for about an hour, hour and a half, and it's going to turn to this. And you got yourself QBN paste. That right there is gold, okay? You could either put it on your dog's orange-tinged nails. It doesn't matter if they lick it. It's not going to hurt them, right? It's completely natural. You could put it on their dry nose. If they got that crusty nose or whatever, you could put it on there. If they got a hot spot, you could put it on there. Now, I will say this. If you could put an e-collar so they don't lick it off, it'd be even better. But if you could put it somewhere, like say under the neck where they can't lick it even if they wanted to, that'd be great. You could also add it to their food. Yes, it's really that good, man, and effective and completely natural, right? But you do have to make sure that your dog doesn't have an underlying factor or is taking medications because, for example, turmeric will make blood thinner, right? And because it's an anti-inflammatory. So your dog could bleed out, say, if you're giving him anti-clotting medication. On top of that, you're feeding him turmeric, it might potentiate it. So in order to not go that route, you either got to research it yourself if you want to make your own decision or consult a vet, okay? So just keeping it real. MJA says, I called out a vet and questioned his plan. Let's say I no longer go to that vet. Found an old school, good, honest vet. There you go, man. There you go. Listen, look, I'm going to say something, guys. And if it resonates, I need you to put hashtag it resonates. Okay. Just hear me out. if you go to the vet, right, and you show them that you're ignorant as to everything, you're new, you're ignorant, you don't know, you're going to get violated because ignorance makes you vulnerable in the eyes of a predator. Bottom line. And it's unfortunate that it's natural human nature, guys, to be predators. Now, it's unfortunate that there are veterinarians out there that will take advantage of you. They see you walking through the door with an American Bully that's Merle. It's got all the colorings, got the eyes, different colors, got the big old gold chain. You just got off of a nice car. And when you open your mouth, you don't know what you're talking about. That's time to bring up the protocol, the old protocol. You know what I'm saying? So if that resonated, I need you to drop something right now, man. We got most hated. I took 2 of my females to a country vet yesterday to get spayed. It was $150 per pup. Can you say it a little louder for the people in the back? If you breed, even if you're not a breeder, you need to be taking your dog to a country vet. I've been saying this now, guys, for 6 years that I've been on this platform. Why do I say go to the country vet? Check it out. Check it out. I'm going to break it down for you. So we got the country vet. He's making money off of cows, off of bulls, horses, right? Sheep, right? Overall livestock, right? That's where he or she is making the majority of their money. That city slicker, right? He's making his money off of cats, dogs, and I'll put ETC for etc., meaning birds, reptiles, whatnot. Guys, look at the business model. Look at the business model. This guy over here can make what this dude makes in an entire month off of a couple of cows. He doesn't need to violate you because you got a dog or a cat. He's busy making money off of cows, bulls, horses, sheep, livestock. That's why he's in the middle of nowhere. Plus, because he's in the middle of nowhere, he's not paying those high city prices. It's a totally different vibe. And I can tell you, I drive 2.5 hours to my vet. I don't want it any other way. I don't want it any other way. It's the very best that you can do for your dog or pet for that matter. It's go in the middle of nowhere for a country vet because the pressures are not there for him or her to take advantage of you over a dog or a cat. It's just not. Queen's New Blood, read the ingredients and look them up. You will understand why it's good. I just got my newest girl, and I'll be putting her on Nuvet. She's going through all hell of the lanky stage. There you go, especially in the lanky stage. Nuvet NuJoint DS, guys. I keep telling you guys. Look, I've straight up. Let me tell you guys a couple of things. I've been hit up by many companies. Guys, let's keep it real. I'm one of the first, if not the first platform, at least in the bully community, American bully community, talking about medical stuff, right? And the inclination is obvious. I'm a nurse, right? So what I came across that I'm able to chew and spit out in medical terms, that's what I've done. And so that has attracted many sponsors with bigger names than Nuvet and NuJoint DS. This stuff, they don't sell it in stores. I've had other companies that are sold in stores that want me to represent. Do you think I will ever represent Purina? I can tell you right now, I would never represent Purina. More than likely, no kibble company out there, for that matter. I received, was it about a year ago? I received a cease and desist letter by another supplement company because I made a video where I was showing their ingredient list, just like we did tonight with Diamond. I went down the ingredient list and I said what I thought, and they got insulted. So they sent me a full cease and desist. Now you can imagine There's a multi-billion-dollar company behind them. So they have an army of lawyers just looking for a reason to bury somebody. So I'm not going to fight that. All right. But I'm saying all that to say there's a reason why I allowed myself to be sponsored by Nuvet NuJoint DS, because I believe in the product. I had the product here. I gave it to my dogs for 3 months. I'm going to tell you guys right now, in a matter of 2 weeks, I was already seeing differences. I know these pictures are old pictures, but look, these pictures, and by the way, all the pictures that I use and everything I use is only stuff that people sent me in. So I'm not here making anything up or taking anything off of the website or anything like that. Look what happened here in 18 days. 18 days. I mean, it's night and day. Look over here. Look at that. That happened in 18 days, guys. Right? Look over here. I mean, I can sit here. Let me see if here you go. Look at this down pastern on that pup. Look at the down pasterns on that. Look, and this was not 18 days. This was actually 10 days. Right? I'm trying to look up here. Okay, here we go. Here's one of the latest ones. I'm gonna have to bring it up. I'm actually gonna upload it to the computer right now and show it to you. But my whole point is this stuff is that, I mean, these are not coincidences. Here's the other kicker that a lot of you don't even know or even understand, but it turns out Nuvet NuJoint actually can stop yeast infection. What do you mean? Look at these nails. Look at these brown nails right here. Look, you can see the orange tinge, the brown tinge on the nail. Look over here. Look right there. Look over here. Look what dude wrote. Hi, Raul. Hope all is well. Here's my boy's pictures. Zoom to his nails. They had dark marks on his nails. May have been some kind of fungal issues. I started giving him Nuvet in about 3 months. Look how clear his nails are. You can use the pictures as a testimonial if you like. Thank you for great products in Nuvet. Isaac Pagan. I ain't making it up, man. Go to Isaac Pagan's Instagram. I didn't pay him. He's sending me the information, sending me the pictures. There's the proof. There's the proof. I'm telling you, man. Alberto Ayala, I'm all over the comments right now. I'm trying to catch up. Alberto Ayala, Raul, I sent the pics of pups last Friday. I'm not sure if you got it. He is now 3.5 months and is at 41 pounds. He looks good, but I'm not sure if it's too much weight for him. Thanks. Alberto, do me another favor. Do me a favor. I got bombarded. I've been getting bombarded with messages for the last 2 weeks because of the videos that we've been dropping. I don't know if you've noticed, we did a video that's got to do with, or a series of videos, better yet, that have to do with getting rid of yeast. And I literally have been bombarded with like 400 messages, bro. So do me a favor. If you could send me an upgraded message as soon as I get off this live, I'm going to look at my last 40, 50 messages. I should be able to come across your message, man. My apologies, bro, but honestly, I can only do about 50 messages at a time. I'm getting old, man. My eyesight gets tired. I start losing focus. Maureen says, you better believe it. The vet will rape you. I don't know about that. Okay, but maybe financial raping. Okay, Crossroads says, straight facts. You got it, man. It resonates. Thank you. It resonates. There you go. There, one of you two spelled it right, and the other, oh no, you both did. You both did. My bad, Miss Beth. Christian Irajeta, I got you right this time, bro. I got you right. The vet, I likes you and I wants you. Yep, exactly, like you were in jail. D. Taylor, it resonates. Thank you, sir. Shade Tree, it lasts forever because coconut oil doesn't go rancid. So whatever you make in coconut oil will last just as long as the coconut oil will. Look at that. Shade Tree dropping it like it's hot. Billy Watton, it resonates. There you go, man. Miss Shade Tree, you know it. We got Rebecca Gutierrez. Hi, I'm new to your channel. Rebecca, welcome on board. This is our community. You could become part of our community as well as anybody else out there that isn't a member already. All you have to do is go to YouTube, okay? Some of you are on Facebook. Rebecca, I could tell you're on Facebook because you got the Facebook symbol. But if you do like Miss Shaytree and you go to QBN Kennel on YouTube, you go down below in descriptions, it's going to allow you to become a member for as little as $5 a month. You can support this channel. Not only that, I'm going to answer all member questions every time we go live. Even though last live I didn't do it because we had a guest. So unless I have a guest, all right, I'll throw that out there. Go to the vet in your work clothes and drive your oldest vehicle. He's cracking up. Chaparro Luz, U100, Wendy Biggs, Florida. Country vet prices are great. Yeah, but don't even get me started about Florida. I lived there 35 years. I know it front and back. Christian Nidaheda, you pretty much gave me an idea on which vet to go to. Yeah, go to a country vet, man. Why do you want to go to the city slicker that wants to gouge your eyes out? Makes no sense. Detailer, also, they're more inclined to helping breeders. They aren't trying to spay everything. They understand producing is like not living in, living in an HOA in a city vet. Exactly, detailer, right? These vets are into reproduction of cows, horses, sheep, livestock, etc. So, no, they're very open-minded. JV, just got my boy 3 months old, Blue Pocket. I'll be getting NuJoint Nuvet. Gracias, hermano. Pues claro que sí, bro. Just make sure to use our ordering code. Do the auto ship, get that 13% off. And if you ever need a FaceTime consult with me, bro, if we got to be there for an hour to fix your problem, that's what we're going to do. Hey, if you did it with my code and you did it the auto ship, you order both products, it could be a year from now. It doesn't matter. Once I look up your email and it pops up and I see that you order it and you're an active ordering member, then you got your free consult, man. That's how we roll with it. Shade Tree's cracking up over here. Pan con leche, bread with milk. What kibble could I use? Because my boy broke out in hives and hot spots. I do feed raw, but not every meal. Should I make the transition 100% raw? That's my recommendation, at least for the summertime, pan con leche. I don't know what part of the country you're in. If you let me know, I could give you there's about. ZK says, do you go to the vet to get your heartworm supplements? No, ZK, and I was just asked this literally yesterday. Here's the deal. All of my dogs are fed garlic, right? You seen on the little on the QBN paste how we added garlic on there, right? So garlic is an anti-parasitic, not just external parasites like ticks and fleas, but also internal, right? But here's an added advantage to the garlic. The garlic, it repels flies and mosquitoes. What transfers heartworm are mosquitoes. Now, if you were to ask me, Raul, do you have any dog in your yard that has heartworms? And my answer is yes, I have one. But she had it from even before I brought her to my yard. So she acquired it someplace else and she got here with it. I'm going to tell you why I know it. And that's my girl, Aruba. And she's 8 years old, right? Let me show you a picture. This girl right here, right? Mama Aruba. So, how do we know all this about Mama Aruba? Excuse me. We know all this about Mama Aruba because I didn't get Mama Aruba until she was, I want to say, somewhere around 16 weeks old. Okay? And they never fed garlic where she came from or anything like that. She's the only dog in the 8 years that she's been here. She's the only dog that has ever come up positive for heartworm for us. And I decided to not give her the medication to get rid of the heartworm because we went ahead and did a hysterectomy where, you remove the uterus. That's how we spayed her. And she gained a lot of weight. And one of the things I was noticing about her is that she wasn't gaining the best weight, if you know what I mean. She was gaining a lot of fat. And I know that what that does is it can cause for the blood to become thicker. So what ends up happening is when you give medications to clear heartworms in the heart, you run a risk of a pulmonary emboli. So that worm can, die or whatever and somehow make its way into the lungs or halfway between it through the pulmonary artery or the pulmonary vein, I'm sorry, and it can create a clot, which can create a pulmonary emboli. And so I said, no, she's lived 6 years with it. Why even mess with it at this point? She's still on garlic. Rest of my dogs, they're all fine. I don't have any dogs positive for heartworm. So never had one aside from her. Unfortunately, she brought it with her. D. Taylor saying that full story on that company was crazy. Hey, it is what it is, man. Brandon Hatch, it works. It truly helps with joints and coats. Those are facts. Guys, this is just it, Brandon. Not only does it work with coats and joints, what we're finding is it helps great with teeth. It helps great with overall immunity. This is why this gentleman went ahead and sent this in. This yeast infection right here, what you're seeing there on the base of the nail, that's caused because of immunity issues, in particular with a younger dog. For it to have gone to this in no time and to this in no time, in about 3 months, what that tells me is the dog he had what I call dietary east-west. What is dietary east-west? Dietary east-west is you're feeding kibble that says, oh, I got all these vitamins and minerals. When they go through the protruder, it gets cooked at high temperatures. Everything gets denatured. Now you're only getting 20% of that 100% of that particular vitamin it said it had. So now the dog has to, once it gets only 20% of what it needs, now it has to go into priority mode. What is priority mode? Simple. In humans, it's going to be the heart, the brain, the lungs, the liver, right? The liver, right? So what I'm saying with that is limbs, soft tissue, bones, teeth, that's all secondary, man. Right now, what little we got to take care of the main organs. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why when people go on Nuvet NuJoint DS, because it's made at a human food grade level, right? Because it is cold pressed and not cooked, that makes it bioavailable. And then to really sink it in, it's 100% natural. Like, come on, man. I can't make it any easier for you, bro. Can't make it any easier. Let me see. I'm jumping around a little bit. I lost my position. Billy Watt, Nuvet is life. I will be breeding between the nano, micro, and pockets. These classes have the worst track record of wonky stuff. We know that. So why not give them their best chance by using Nuvet? There you go, man. That's what responsible breeding is about too, bro. Like, if you know that these things are coming up, then you really want to make sure you have the best thing on board in order to give them the best shot at not having that wonky stuff, right? Shea Tree says, when I gave Nuvet to my senior dog, I seen night and day in just 12 hours. She was really sick, but puckered up like a puppy again. There you go. Thank you for sharing that, Shay. Billy Watt, if not for anything else, do it for general health. Absolutely, man. You don't want to be feeding your dog stuff that causes inflammation. Let me explain something to you. When you're feeding that cheap kibble, right, there's internal inflammation in the dog, internal inflammation, which eventually causes your immune system to be compromised. That's where you start seeing this stuff right here. It looks minor. Oh, it's just a little tinge on the nail, a little minor thing. No, it's not a minor thing, bro. It's actually the cause of something bigger that's happening behind the scenes. If it's a young dog, no big deal because they could deal with inflammation. But the older that dog gets, by the time he's 3, 4, 5, you're going to start running up a vet bill. real quick. They're going to be running that protocol. You already, when you hear the word, do me a favor, guys. When you go to the vet and you hear the word protocol, I don't care what live we're on. I need you to bring it up. I need you to bring it up because you guys know now what the protocol is all about, right? So it's really about how to maximize profit more than anything else. MJA says, I called out a vet. Okay, we already hit that. The Life of Miklo, I appreciate the video. Shout out, fam. Miklo is showing why our breed is amazing. Family members, especially with kids. Absolutely, bro. By the way, guys, I did not produce Miklo. I don't care who did. This is an amazing freaking dog. All right. If you see a little 2-year-old walking a full-blown dog like that, and he's as sweet and as beautiful as this dog is, I got to tip my hat. I don't care who produced it, man. Bottom line, Shay says, I was feeding Origin and Acana. My first bully was diagnosed with DCM, which is dilated cardiomyopathy, and liver cancer. Listen to this lady, man. That's why I don't feed kibble anymore. Just say no to kibble. There you go. Another thing I say no to, guys, even if you're feeding raw, is no animal livers. None. Why? Because in this country, we love to give steroids, growth hormones to chicken, beef, whatever. What do you think happens? That stuff ends up in the liver. Now you're giving that liver to the dog. What did you just do? You did nothing. You may be the cause of the issue later on down the line. Life of Miklo almost looks like the broth from Menudo. He's cracking up. Yeah. No, you're right. XL Champ Cooper, how long does it last? Does it need to be refrigerated? XL Champ Cooper, I don't refrigerate it. I don't. You can. Let me just say that you can refrigerate it, and if you do, you're going to notice it's going to become harder than a rock. It's going to be like a hockey puck, right? But if you leave it at room temperature, as long as you got air conditioning and whatnot, it's gonna be a nice little paste, right? I go through that 1 cup. Right? Now, mind you, this is the reason why. I go through that cup in a matter of 2 days because I feed it to all my dogs. I put it on all my dogs. So in 2 days, that's gone. I got to do another batch. In your case, if say you only have 1 dog that you want to reduce the amount, make sure you're only making it last for 2 or 3 days. Not that it's going to go bad, but you always want to keep it as fresh as possible. That's all. I bet Dayala, Raul, I sent the pictures of the pups last Friday. I'm not sure if you got them. Okay, we already went through that. My bad, man. I'm jumping around. Also, they're more inclined to helping breeders. They aren't trying to spay. Yep, we hit that. Shade Tree. Yep, we hit that. My bad, guys. I lost my spot. Detailer says the full story on the company was crazy. Okay, Detailer, did you see any change in Ruby, Blanca, or Shadow on Nuvet? Just thinking they're different breeds or Frenchie compared to others you have seen. Yes, I can tell you Shadow's coat is to die for. Blanca's coat, when I had to move her, and as well as Ruby, were to die for. Their coats gleam in the light when the light hits them. Our little Frenchie. Okay, so here's the story. When I got my Frenchie, I got her. She was 6 months old. 2 things very particular with her when I got her, and I could tell they were trying to get rid of her. I only paid $500 for her, guys, and it wasn't because she was cheap. I got her because she was just a perfect fit for us. But when I got her, her back had all these little black dots everywhere. It seemed like it was either mite poop or the mites were digging into her skin. It didn't matter. The other thing that she was doing was she would fart. And guys, if you've been around American Bully, you know you're gonna get your good amount of farting, right? This little Frenchie, when she would fart, you would have to literally leave the room. It didn't smell like a normal fart. It smelled like, well, for those of us that are in the medical field, it smelled like internal bleeding. That's what it smelled like, right? But for a normal Joe, a lot of you just wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. Either way, immediately we got her on Nuvet. Okay. Of course, you know, I was putting coconut oil on her fur and coat on a daily. You know, we would bathe her every other day with vinegar and water, and then we would put coconut oil, and we were giving Nuvet. I got to make a video with her. I think I did make a video with her recently. You got to see her. She looks amazing. She's got nothing on her back. She doesn't fart, period. Like, I'm sure she does, but we're not even aware of it anymore. Like, that was a really big problem when she got here. So, yeah, those are two things that I noticed from her. Her fur is great. She's not shedding. She jumps around all day. She's the clown of all my dogs. She jumps up the couch, down the couch, around the couch. She's running after Ladybug. Everything's honky-dory. Never seen her limp. Never seen anything on her. No spots, nothing. And this girl's running in my yard up and down, where I've already told you that over here next to my neighbor's yard, there's a fungus growing on the ground. And there's no way of getting rid of that. She runs up and down. I yell at her not to. She don't care. She keeps doing it. She's been fine. So, Alberto, thank you, Raul. Totally get it. Thank you for taking the time. You got it, bro. Number one, man. Pan con leche. He says, I live upstate New York around, man, I can't even pronounce that, bro. New York. Okay. I've been thinking it could possibly be allergies, but either way, I want to know what the best option to feed them. Well, here's the deal, pan con leche. If in the wintertime it didn't happen and is happening in the summertime, then it's not allergies. Allergies is when you feed, say, chicken in the winter and chicken in the summer, and she breaks out. Okay, she's allergic to chicken. But if she's only allergic to chicken in the summertime and not the wintertime, then that's not an allergy. There's other components that are making these things happen, right? I was also wondering, do you still have that rescue dog that would bite your bully's ankles? Yes, Ladybug. Well, here's the thing. She doesn't really like bite to break skin or anything. What she is she's got that sheep herding in her, Australian sheepdog or cattle dog, herding dog, whatever. I let her out with Congo. She still herds him. It's hilarious. And now she herds Bunny too. So when Congo's running around with Bunny, she's herding them. It's freaking hilarious. I'm used to it at this point. Billy Wanton talking about garlic. You got it, man. Adam Fields. Nuvet works on older dogs. On older dogs too. Make sure to get both bottles. 513-237. There you go. Number love. Pan con leche. What do you think of my dog's sups? Puppy blocks in my head. Nuvet is the way to go. But I also read people recommend that. Here's the thing, pan con leche. If you go online, you look up Nuvet, you're going to see people recommending it. You're also going to see people going against it, right? I had a guy write me one day, oh, but Nuvet is full of sodium and this and that. Dude, I don't have a dog with any heart issues in my yard. What are you talking about? Bottom line is any brand, especially the good ones, are going to get detractors, haters, right? Or even paid haters by the, competition. So I can only talk to you about what works for me. I've been breeding for 10 years. I don't know who's recommending this for you, but if they've only been breeding 2 or 3 years, I don't know, man. Make a decision. Do you listen to me? I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm also a nurse. My advice seems to be spot on. I got so many people talking about Nuvet and being behind it, and it's improved. Older dogs is improved against yeast, is improved against East-Westy. It's improved, is improved, is improved. So, again, bro, if you heard a commercial about something else somewhere, hey, I don't know. If you want to try it out, go for it, bro. In fact, if you're going to try it out, compete with Nuvet. I guarantee it. That's how much I believe in this product. Eyes up. Good nutrition fixes a lot of issues. This is true. ZK. So do you give your dogs the garlic once a week with food or maybe once a month? No, I give it to them daily. Why would I give it to them once a week or once a month? No. Daily. Yeah, daily. See, garlic is an anti-inflammatory, it's antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal. Like, why wouldn't you give it? Like, why? Because you went to Google and the first thing it said, garlic is poisonous to dogs. Do you need me? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if you need me to go to Google and show you how Big Pharma manipulates Google to give you the first result in order to manipulate you, not to go get some herb that you can grow in your garden for pennies on the dollar and fix many, many of the issues you got going on with your dogs. Now, there is a process. You got to chop it up or you got to crush it. You got to let it sit for 15 minutes. You got to let Allen, which is not good for dogs, react with air and become Allison, right? That you must do, okay? You just don't give it to him right off of the clove. I bet though, what is, didn't realize that I don't have to buy berry for dogs, which is a heart prevention, kills fleas, deworms. So if I heard right, garlic will take care of that. Alberto Ayala. I do use Parentel Pomiate to deworm my dogs. But they get garlic every day, bro. And that keeps flies away and mosquitoes. And those are the two main things that are going to be leading to a lot of issues in your yard. In addition to that, no more ticks, no more fleas. I don't have ticks in my yard. I don't have fleas. I don't treat my yard with any of that, because the tick or the flea that decides to jump on my dog, these dogs have been getting garlic on such a consistent basis that flea will either choke or jump right off. Like it doesn't want to be there, man. I'm just telling you like that. Pan con leche, man. Pan con leche been hitting it up tonight. Pan con leche, you need to become a member, bro. Like you made this live all about you, bro. When I feed my dogs, I give them caldo de pollo with rice. This guy must be Cuban. With rice, blueberry, strawberry, turkey neck, ground beef, beef liver. Okay, there's your issue right there. Beef liver and chicken hearts with bone marrow. You must be Cuban or Puerto Rican, bro. One or the other, because you just chew pan con leche, bro. Listen, pan con leche, what you're feeding sounds good. White rice in the summertime, though, is a carbohydrate, a simple carbohydrate, which is probably going to lead to skin issues too. So you got to be careful with that, bro. Adam Field says, yeah, they're going to give you some protocol and then they're going to give you that Health Science diet. Of course, we all know they get a kickback for that. Will it help allergy and leaky gut? Okay, so Danny Jill Lee, I want to say yes, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It seems like I need to know a little bit more what's going on with your dog. I can't make, all I can tell you is these are natural vitamins that are cold pressed and accessible to your dog. And NuJoint is going to help you with joint support. I can tell you if your dog has a vitamin deficiency, it may cause an immunity issue, which may lead to symptoms that look like allergies. But I don't know that because I don't have your dog's medical records in front of me or anything like that. So all I can tell you is you can give this a try. And if it works out for you, it's not going to hurt you. It's completely natural, cold pressed, never been recalled, made at human food grade level. Plus, you have a 60-day money back guarantee, right? So you try it out. If it blows it out the water, do me a favor. Before you give the first wafer, take a picture of your dog. Give it about 10 days. Take another picture. Send it to me, okay? Because I'm the one giving you the advice, right? So just keeping it real with you. I love to say that, yeah, it's going to do all this, that, but honestly, I can't say that. I don't know everything that's going on. Lee, how often should I bathe the dog with the E3 for allergies? Lee, it sounds to me like you need to get rid of whatever's causing the allergy first. See, here's where people keep getting it twisted. For example, I just made a video explaining certain products. For example, did you know your vet's going to charge you $80, $100 for anti-yeast talc? Did you know Desenex has miconazole, 2%, which is exactly what many, many veterinary anti-yeast talcs have that they're going to put the protocol on you with? You see where I'm coming from. But here's the problem. The problem is that once you put this talc and everything goes away, oh, let's keep giving them the cheap $20 bag of food and forget about Nuvet. We don't need it because we got this. And then 2 years down the line, your dog's growing a mushroom out of his neck. He's got a tumor. Who did you lie to? Yourself. This is only going to help the symptom. You need to get rid of the cause. And here in the U.S., one of the main causes for all of your dog's issues is what you're feeding them. And if you're feeding them kibble, remember, guys, this is a big industry. This is not a coincidence. This has been engineered. Trust me when I tell you this. It has been engineered for you to feed kibble, your dog to get sick, and your vet to apply the protocol on you. That's how we all get fed. That's how it works, right? So how do you break the chain? How do I break the chain? Nuvet NuJoint DS. When my vet sees me with my dog that's going to get the 3-year rabies booster, they're like, damn it. Here comes that damn dude. All I can charge him for is a rabies shot. That's it. Bye. So it's up to you how you want to run with it, man. Paco Leche says, thank you. You got it, bro. Brian Trammell. Yo, what's up, brother? Love to see you still helping the community. Brian, it's what I love. It's what I do. Been doing it for 6 years, bro. We've had many people try and imitate us, but there's only one person that comes on live here and answers your questions live. Not reading a book, not coming live so I could just talk and you can't comment. No, answering your questions live. Just giving it to you, MJA. After Nuvet, my 7-year-old was doing zoomies again a week later. I was shocked. I'm telling you, man. Guys, a lot of these dogs are walking around with vitamin deficiencies. I call it dietary east-west. There's dogs that the parents, their paws are straight, but you start feeding that cheap kibble and the puppy's paws start opening up because they start gaining this extra weight. They don't have the vitamins they need to support the soft tissues. And now you have this east-west dog. You just caused it. It's called dietary east-west. All of a sudden, you put them on Nuvet. Oh, my God. So you would say, like, how do you know this, Raul? I mean, how can you be 100% sure? Bro, it's real simple. I was there. I did it. I was the one. Look at my boy Fireball at 12 weeks. Perfect front. Look at him at 15 weeks. Trust me on that when I know the right foot is cut off. He had a correct front. But look at him at 20 weeks. I had caused dietary east-west at 20 weeks. I was only feeding kibble, Victor, teal bag to be exact. So I started doing my own supplements, which was actually Nuvet. I just didn't know it. And it didn't have the Nuvet measurements. Look at the improvement on the following picture. Look at him at 1 year old. Look at him at 2.5, and look at him today. Right? That's how I know. That's my boy Fireball. Right? That's my boy Fireball. And this is not just a picture. This is not just a picture. You can look at my videos. I got plenty of videos of Fireball running around, standing, giving you. There's a reason we call him the free stack freak, right? He's a free stack freak. So let's see. Albert Ayala says, no protocol. Oh, yeah, man. No protocol. Shade Tree says, protocol. Billy Watton says, Raul dropping bombs with this information. Teaching. Hit that like button. Man, give me a like. Give me a share. Give me a comment. Give me some love. Come on, man. Hey, the only way you're going to keep this platform going, right? Me paying it forward, you guys paying it forward too. All right? Adam Fields says there's also liquid coconut oil. I don't like the liquid kind, man. I know I melt it and I do all that, but no, I kind of like it non-liquid because sometimes you could go over on the liquid one too easily, man. That's all. Do you feed the soup every day? You can. And I have at times when I need it. At times I've gone an entire month with it. No issues. Again, bro, listen, guys, I'm about to make a pivot on this channel because and it's really not even a pivot. Here's the deal. I have always believed in natural, right? Natural cures or natural fixes, natural remedies, whatever you want to call it. I've always believed in that first and foremost. You don't believe me? Go back to my content from 5 and 6 years ago till now. I will always go to the least invasive. I don't go to this first. This is not my first go-to. First go-to was golden paste. Now we got that QBN paste going on, right? Then if I see that doesn't work, okay, well, I gave it my best shot. Okay, then we may have to go here, right? So I'm saying all that to let you guys know there are changes coming to this channel because I want to give you guys the best natural insight I can. And I just can't do that if I continue going in the same way that we've been going up to now. What I mean by that is I'm still going to come here live. I'm still going to give you information. I'm still going to do all that. I'm still going to be making videos, but I'm going to incorporate more of the natural stuff, like the guava leaf short, right? I have a guava tree, right? I'm even thinking about possibly maybe getting a little greenhouse or something and showing you guys little plants you could have and you could grow yourself that will keep your dog away from the vet and keep everything nice and natural in-house, right? D. Taylor, that's so awesome. It improved our health firsthand. You got it. John Hollenbeck, I'm currently feeding my dog Black Bag Value Pack. After watching your review on Members Mark, salmon or chicken, would it be a big change in kibble? I think Members Mark salmon and sweet potato, I think it's going to be a night and day switch. I think, yes. I think you should see an improvement. I noticed one of the first things I noticed that it was improved on is the bacteria that they use in the salmon and sweet potato is pretty good because the poop is pretty solid, pretty easy to pick up. It's not pasty, right? Carlos Hellison, I'm a Nuvet sales rep. Also, Nuvet, a product that's appropriate for all dogs. Carlos, there you go. Listen, not just for all dogs. It's also available for cats. If you have a cat that has yeast infections or has issues or skin problems, whatever, guys, honestly, like just because this is a dog channel and we're only talking about dogs does not mean that Nuvet cannot be helping your cat out. So there you have it. I had a friend of mine hit me up and I think he said he was feeding it to sheep. I don't know. Just my whole point is you can feed it to cats, man. And not this particular version because this is a dog version. But if you go into the Nuvet website with our ordering code up here, you can also order it for cats. They have a formula specifically for cats. Billy Wanton, Raul for president. Nobody out there is an interactive and giving quality knowledge for free. Listen, I'm not giving quality knowledge for free. I'm paying it forward. That's what I'm doing. I'm paying it forward. And I'm hoping that you guys can pay it forward too. If you come across a new breeder or somebody that's struggling with some sort of issue, guys, pay forward. Send them to my channel. Show them, DIYs like I showed you guys tonight, QBN paste, whatever. Help people out, bro. Help dogs out first and foremost. Then help out the breed, right? It's just paying it forward, guys. Eyes up. I just started on human grade air-dried salmon and sweet potato, and we're 4 days into the nuclear soup. So far, so good. There you go. Eyes up. Do me a favor. Take a before and after picture if you can. Look, you know what sucks? I get so many people that tell me, Nuvet is so awesome. The nuclear soap is so great. Soup, my bad. The fix you said for this worked. Yeah, guys, take a before and after picture. I don't pay for marketing. I don't steal people's pictures and videos to invent a marketing idea. I don't, man. Everything that you see here as far as marketing is concerned is because you guys decided to send it, DM me with it. It's as simple as that. And when you DM me with it, I'm going to go ahead and show it, right? Now, I did have others that people DM me. Unfortunately, I either lost them or misplaced them. Again, I'm getting old. Maybe I need to be on Nuvet. But either way, guys, this is Nuvet right here. I know it sounds like a lot, $55.50, but if you do auto ship, it drops to $835. It's $47.15. You're paying 52 cents a day. Here's your QR code if you want to order it. But don't forget to also order the NuJoint DS. Here's the deal. I've had people tell me, why order NuJoint if all I need is Nuvet? Okay, so you're going to wait until your dog has a joint issue to order NuJoint. Okay, no issues, bro. Like, it's $1.67 a day if you get them both, man. If you get one green bottle and two blue bottles, it's going to come out to $1.67 a day. Not only that, whatever you're feeding, because of the prebiotics in there, there's going to be an increase on what your dog's going to consume in food. In our case, is about 8 to 10%. So say you're feeding, let's just say that you're feeding a $50 bottle. Check this out. Let's say, hold on a second. Okay. So let's say, I said bottle, a bag. Let's say you're feeding a $50 bag and you're going through 3 bags a month. That's $150 a month. You just multiply that by 12. That's $1,800 a year. So if we multiply that by 10%, because Nuvet worked to increase, give you that increase, that's $180 less that you're spending, getting messages right now, that you're spending on dog food that you're saving, right? The way I tell people is look at Nuvet NuJoint DS more as an insurance plan. Rather than paying for an insurance that will not fight against these diseases and these issues, why not fight against the diseases and issues so that you don't need the insurance? It's just me, man. It's the way I see it. Let's bring this up, man. Dude, I remember I went to the vet and they didn't even know if my female was pregnant. She wasn't, but she's just thick. That's why I said, you know more, because the vets I went to act like idiots. Sometimes, let me not answer that. All I'm going to say is stay away from the protocol, man. D. Taylor, only 8 away from 100 likes. Hit the like button. Come on, man. We're at 92 likes. Come on. Pan con leche, I haven't signed up to be a part of the QBN, but I'm subscribed on all 4 of my channels. Listen, Pan con leche, right here on YouTube. Go down to the description below for as little as $5 a month, bro. We're going to do this. I could already tell you talk a lot, bro. You must be Cuban, man, just like me. I'm telling you. Adam Fields, least invasive, cost effective. That's my brand. That's what we do. That's what we're always looking for. Natural, least invasive, most cost effective way of doing things. You got to. If you got 19 dogs, for example, would you go to the vet every time something pops up? No, you better figure things out really quick. Otherwise, your vet's going to be the richest vet in the zip code. Pan con leche is I always have a problem with that word. Quinoa, a better substitute for white rice. I say the best substitute for white rice is probably going to be your sweet potato, man, because it's got fiber in there. It's not going to allow too much of sugar to come in. I'll probably go with sweet potato if you can. Pan con leche, I personally enjoy rice with every meal. I didn't know it's bad. It's bad in the heat. Yep. It sure is, bro. It's a filler. That's all it is. Most hated native, you should make a commercial size batch of golden goo and sell it. Nope. We're not making a commercial on it. It's absolutely free for all of you to have. The reason I'm throwing that out there is because, like I said, a lot of content creators are stealing my content and going out there making it their own. So I'm just going to talk about the QBN paste. You're going to see the year and the time because I made a video about it. And if they come out with it, then you're free to call them out on it. It's that simple. Plus, it's helpful for everybody. Why would I want to make $1 off of it? La Mexicana, you recommend goat milk. For what? For what? Frida Strivi, I'm so grateful to have found Raul at QBN. Thank you, Ms. Frida. When I got serious about breeding, he has taught us so much. Thinking I knew about things. He always tells his truth. 10 plus years. Nothing but love. Appreciate you. Thank you, Ms. Frida Strivey. Man, podcast. You are the truth. Nothing but love, man. Nothing but love. I appreciate you. The By All Means podcast. I like that. Shade Tree says, always pay it forward. Yes, thank you. You got it. Hey, family, Louis DeMille. I was wondering where you were, Lou. Big Lou. What is going on, man? G-Line, I just switched to the Members Mark beef flavor. I'm looking to put a little extra weight on my dogs. Okay. G-Line, only my recommendation. You do what you want, my friend. Right now, summertime, there is heat. There is humidity. I would recommend you go with the salmon formula, at least in the summertime, just so you can get that extra omega-3s. That's going to keep a lot of issues away. Just throwing that out there, man. If you don't want to do it, fine. If somebody else is watching and they do, I hope it improves your situation. D. Taylor, also, it's a noticeable difference in overall mass on your dog for the health. For the health people, it's like taking creatine. You definitely notice. Well, creatine adds water weight, but definitely Nuvet, like I said, because of the probiotics in it, there's something else in it. And I had read it earlier. Let me see if I can come through it here quickly. I'm sorry, man. The papain. There you go. The papain. Papain is nothing more than an enzyme from the papaya plant. And what it does is it unlocks the body's ability to use fat for energy, breaks down carbohydrates, able to break down carbohydrates and proteins easier. This is why it's able to absorb more. Just with that alone, it's able to absorb more. So it puts on the right weight for the dog. Yeah. Christian Irajeta, he wants to know, pan con leche, ¿tú eres cubano or what, bro? Are you Cuban or what, man? Pan con leche says, do you see, he's got to be Cuban because he ignores what you say. He just keeps babbling along. He's either Cuban or Puerto Rican. I can almost guarantee it, man. Pan con leche says, do you recommend goat milk? Also, what are your thoughts on feeding kefir and sauerkraut? Well, I've spoken on sauerkraut forever and a day. I have evolved into sour cream with the sauerkraut. Also kefir with the sauerkraut. I'm all for it, man. You want that probiotic in there. That's going to help your dog's health. That's just, it goes with it. As far as recommending goat milk, again, for what? Are you talking about little puppies? Yeah, for puppies, for sure. To a grown-up male dog, more likely than not, no. Why? Why are you going to over-proteinate? Giving too much protein, believe it or not, will actually cause hair to become brittle when it's too much, right? So there's got to be a reason why you want to give that much more protein. Is it a working line breed? Is it a dog that you're running up and down 6 hours a day? If that's the case, then yes. But if it's an American Bully, which is a companion breed dog that's chill most of the day, goes out, plays for about an hour or two, you probably don't need it. Roger Chaparro, what are your thoughts on urethral prolapse on males? Roger Chaparro, I always get asked that at least once a week. I just told a gentleman about this a couple of days ago, broke his heart. He paid top dollar. So here's the story, right? So he pays top dollar for a pup from this well-known kennel that does not genetically test because we believe in phenotypical breeding, right? The biggest bullshit that you could ever think of. Either way, dog ended up having urethral prolapse. So then the vet, right? I'm telling you, man, the protocol, listen to this. The vet tells him he's got to get operated, which is true. You got to operate the urethral prolapse. By the way, for those of you that don't know, the urethral prolapse, the urethra is the little hole you got in your organ that you pee out of, right? And in the male, what happens is when they get an erection, it kind of rips, the skin kind of rips, and the urethra kind of comes out. It's pretty painful, a lot of blood involved. So the vet went ahead and operated, did all that. Vet never told the guy, you can't breed this dog. Dude waited about 4 or 5 months, wanted to do a breeding, and guess what happened? Dog got an erection. He got another urethral prolapse. Protocol, right? They're making their money. They don't care about you or your dog's urethral prolapse. So I told the guy, he hit me up. I said, bro, listen, you can't breed a dog that's got urethral prolapse. Once you operate them, you got to pretty much spay them once they're at least 18 months. Also, keep them away from any female that's in heat. You don't want the dog to have an erection because he'll have another, very likely to repeat your urethral prolapse. So those are my thoughts, man. Louis DeMille, getting all my ducks in a row to run with the big dogs like you wrote. There you go, Big Lou. Adam Fields, Kefir, especially homemade, is great. Prebiotics for you and the dogs. Guys, by the way, I'm going to make a video on how to make homemade kefir. It is so simple. It's not even funny, bro. Honestly, it's really simple. I'm going to show you guys. Shadri says, I use vitamin C, Nuvet NuJoint DS, local raw honey, pre and probiotics to heal my XL from a tick bite, and all of her blood work came back fantastic. There you go, Miss Shay. Thank you for sharing that. Pan con leche. Notice he still doesn't say if he's Cuban or Puerto Rican, right? He's evading this question openly, right? Pan con leche. He says, pan con leche lover. There you go. I do feed kefir for probiotics, but do you think goat milk is pointless? What brand sauerkraut do you use? Because I've seen brands have preservatives. I used over here in Texas, we got HEB. They got the HEB brand, which is without anything. It's just the vinegar and the sauerkraut. The thing about the sauerkraut is what I've learned to do is you let out some of that water in there and you grab yourself a little bit of kefir and you drop it in there and then you close it. Leave it out. Don't put it in the fridge. Leave it out for 3-4 days. Let that good, the good germs, the good bacteria reproduce. And next thing you know, you got a very, very powerful probiotic. Oh, there you go. Pan con leche. I'm Mexican, not Cuban. Cabron. Why are you calling me Cuban when I'm Mexican? Pues claro que sí, cabron. I get it, bro. No, below, man. La Mexicana 13 says, how daily do I give my dogs Nuvet? New to this, thinking about buying it. La Mexicana, Nuvet comes in 90-day. You see where it says there 90 chewable wafers? I don't know if you can see it, but there it is, 90 chewable wafers. So if your dog weighs more than 5 pounds, you're going to be giving 1 wafer a day. And so this is good for 90 days. I always recommend when you get this to get Nuvet, which is this bottle right here, get 2 of these because it is weight-based. And depending on the weight, depends how many wafers you're going to give. If you get 1 of the green bottles and 2 of the blue bottles, it's going to come out to about $1.67 a day. Remember, you got to divide it by 90 because it's 90-day window that we're talking about. Also, if you do auto ship, you're going to get 13% off. When you do auto ship and you order both of these 2 products together, what's going to happen is you're also going to get a free one-on-one FaceTime with me, right? Whatever issues you got going on, we're going to do FaceTime. And, hey, I'm going to be on your corner for that, however long it takes for us to fix your problem. Just so you know, Nuvet NuJoint DS, 100% natural, cold pressed. This is really important because it's not cooked, making it bioavailable for your dogs. Never been recalled. Look it up, right? I challenge you. I know millennials are looking up everything I'm saying either way, but I challenge you to look me up because this way I become more credible, right? Also made at human food grade level. So this is not feed grade level. This is human food grade level, which is the highest food level that you can have, that you can make food at, right? So we got G-Line says, I sat in the store and the dog fall out and I thought about going back to the salmon too. I'm going to go back tomorrow and get a salmon bag. That's my recommendation, man. Adam Fields cracking up, man. Isn't that a lawsuit? Oh, man. Adam Fields, become a member and we'll start speaking Spanish. Pues claro que sí, cabrón. G-Line Kendall says, I'm going back to the store and get the salmon back. I thought about it. Thanks for the reassurance. Yeah, man. In the summertime, bro, you just got to be very careful what you're putting in the dogs, man. That's all. ZK, what is the best coating or broth do you recommend? I saw beef, turkey, lamb broth at the pet store, but I wasn't sure I should get it. My dog is a very picky eater. Why didn't you make your own bone broth. Just go buy the big old pieces of bone that's got the bone marrow inside and just boil it and make your own bone broth. And this way, it's as natural as you're going to get, and it's going to have all the good stuff. I'm just throwing that out there. Pan con leche lover. And what brand sour cream you use? Come on, pan con leche brand. Listen, get 100% sour cream. Nowadays, I believe most, if not all, sour cream comes at 2% fat or something like that. I don't remember anymore if it's cottage cheese or sour cream. Brand doesn't matter. Just get it as pure as possible, least preservatives as possible. I made kefir out of goat milk. Oh, yeah, you can. You can make kefir out of anything. If you got one little bottle of kefir, you can make thousands of bottles of kefir from that point on. Orale way, says Lili. Shaka Zulu, I have a male XL chocolate bully. What color female is compatible for him? Shaka, bro, that question just says so many things. I don't recommend you breed based on color, my friend. As far as compatibility is concerned, any color is compatible to any color. The only colors that are not compatible is anything that's going to make albino, or pattern-wise, not color, pattern, because Merle is a pattern, right? Piebald is a pattern. That's not a color. Anything that's going to displace too much melanin or too much color, and you're going to get too much white, you're going to have an issue, because eyes need melanin, ears need melanin, so does your heart and your liver and other organs, right? Including your brain. So it's really important. But as far as just color out there, they're all compatible. Pan con leche lover, I do also feed sardines and water and tuna and water. Is that bad? No, not at all. Actually, sardines and water, I feed that daily. So no, that's good. Jamel Mendoza, best food for 10-day from Stud Dam APBT. Thank you, and more power, QB and Kennel. Best food for 10-day from Stud Dam APBT. Jamel, I want to help you, but I need you to make that question a little bit. I'm having an issue understanding it. Lily, I say brewer's yeast. My pup's allergic to brewer's yeast. Well, that's fine, man. Just supplement with vitamin B that comes in liquid. You should be all right with that. Word, a free FaceTime. That's official. There you go, La Mexicana. If you're new to this, you're definitely going to want to do a consult one-on-one. Also, just know this, guys. If you're new to this and you want to be at mentorship level, you get 2 free FaceTimes a month. All you got to do is go down to the description below. There's other levels of membership. If you get gold level membership, Adam Fields could tell you we're on the phone weekly. There's many others that are at gold level membership. We're on the phone 2-3 times a week, FaceTiming, whatever. Just getting everything situated. José Hernández, Pan con Leche, todas las respuestas y tus preguntas están en sus videos. Thank you, José Hernández. Pues claro que sí, cabrón. Here we go. Tahir Ahmed Bana. Hi, QBNK fam. And Raul, pray everyone's good. Likewise, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Isaiah Belt. Thoughts on Sundays for dogs. Is it worth it? What? Sundays? Am I missing something? I'm sorry. I don't know what you meant by that. Adam Fields, as long as it's in water and the sodium content is acceptable, sardines and tuna are good in moderation. Yes. Sardines and water, you want to get the water out. And then once you get the water out, you kind of want to rinse them. So I'll run the faucet water through there for a little bit just to get the salt content out. That's all. Pan con leche, Jose Hernandez, I know, but that's why he goes live for us to ask these questions. Yes, Pan con leche, but you're not a member, Pan con leche. Remember, you're not a member, right? So I'm here to answer questions for members. Now, I do make exceptions, and you have been pretty good tonight, so I've been answering your questions. But it may not always go that way, my friend. Jose Hernandez, become a member, Pan con leche. There you go, Jose Hernandez. Jose Hernandez, you got a free FaceTime consult with me. Just let me know, man. I love it. D. Taylor, We will love you as a member, bro. We love the questions. Yeah, he has been pretty good. I got to give him that. Shay Tree, so I'm so impressed on how you answer questions. Classy. Thank you so much. Not always. Sometimes I'm a little ticked off. It happens. I'm human. MJA says, I live in Charlotte, NC. It's been hot and humid. Same here. Been limiting time outside and watching them closely. Seems XLs get hot. They love to play outside, but I have been bringing them in. Yeah, MJA, I've been doing the same thing with my boy Congo. What's crazy is it could be 98 outside, 100% humidity. Sun is bearing down. I let him out, and this crazy son of a gun will go lay down on the yard where all the heat is, and it just, I don't understand, man. But, yeah, he does that. Hey, D. Taylor, wow. You see, this community, bro, this community is something else.
Pues claro que sí, cabrón.
Pues claro que sí, cabrón. Pan con leche. I hope you're able to get the free membership that D. Taylor just threw out there for you. No one has control over that. It is applied to whoever is tuning in at the time. So it just happens randomly. But this community, it just, D. Taylor, nothing but love, man. Nothing but love. D. Taylor, you've been with us for years now. You ain't no newbie. You've been around for quite a bit, man. Shay Tree says, congrats. D. Taylor says, I tried. Nothing but love, man. Adam Fields, gold is where it's at. There you go. There you go. He's talking about gold membership. Pan con leche says, thank you. I thought organs were a necessity. Pan con leche, organs are a necessity. The problem lies in that the liver is toxic because of all the stuff that's put into it. So I substitute this for the liver because it brings all the vitamins and minerals you need at the right amounts. That's what I do. I've been doing it. Why is that? Because I found out at one point I was giving my dogs beef liver that were coming up with allergies. I was giving chicken livers that were coming up with allergies. So I'm like, okay, there's an issue here because carnivores need livers to survive because that's where they get their vitamins from. When we made the switch to this, no more allergies. There's your answer. You see how it works? It's just a process of elimination, man, if you do this long enough. Jose Hernandez, giving the love. Shade tree organs are a necessity, but it has to be balanced. This is true, too. Pues claro que sí, D. Taylor. La Mexicana, I had a breeder tell me liver is good for them. It is. I can't say it isn't. It is. The problem is that it has bad things for them that humans have put in there. That's what I'm getting at. So it is what it is. Good night, guys. I'm going to make me some pan connected, says Lee. Pan con leche. Christian, need a head. Dogs like to bask in the sun. It's only natural. I know, bro, but not on that grass with that ground I got. It's got that fungus, and there's no way to getting rid of it, bro. Lee, I'm going to make pan con leche. Good night, guys. I got you, bro. Pan con leche. Pan con leche says, so would I continue with the chicken heart and beef heart? Pan con leche, it's up to you, man. You do it how you like. La Mexicana is calling you arroz con leche. I don't know what to say, man. It's up to you, bro. But me personally, I already told you my story. I go with Nuvet NuJoint DS, do away with the liver part, and you should be good. But hey, you know, everybody is the king in their kingdom, man. That's all I can say. But listen, we've had a good night. We've had a good live. Thanks to Pan con leche over here. Pan con leche, you didn't get the membership, man. It's unfortunate. Shade Tree says, need two creating organs to make a complete and balanced diet. Correct. Maybe beef kidneys and liver a lot of times. Shade Tree says kidney and heart, but heart doesn't. Well, it does, but it doesn't. Jamel Mendoza, can you help me? What food can I give to my bitch, American Pit Bull Terrier? It's been 10 days since the stud session. Can you help me? What can I give to my American Pit Bull Terrier bitch to gain the optimum nutrition for upcoming puppy, more power, QB, and kennel? Okay, first thing first, you need to make sure that she's getting folic acid. Okay, if she happens to be pregnant, she needs folic acid. If she doesn't get folic acid, you could have puppies with cleft palates and all sorts of issues. Where do you get folic acid from naturally? Oh, broccoli, spinach. You add that to the food and she eats it, great. If you don't have that, then I suggest you buy a folic acid supplement. They come in these tiny little yellow pills and throw them in there, okay? As far as what to feed her, man, I feed raw, chicken quarters, and my Nuvet NuJoint DS. That's how we do. That's what I can recommend. Pan con leche, I'm asking what you recommend. And then he says, I will have to. Pan con leche, I recommend Nuvet NuJoint DS. Why? 100% natural, cold pressed, never been recalled, made at human food grade level. Pan con leche, he made my night. Made some good questions, made some good points. None but love, Pan con leche. I was going to send you a free bottle, free green and blue bottle, but you're not a member. I cannot do that to my members, sending something free to my non-members. Maybe next time, bro. But listen up, guys. It's been a good live. None but love for you. Y'all take care, and I'll be seeing y'all on the next one.
American bully, that's a dream. From XL booties to extreme. Pocket standing, not left behind. Bullet breathing is a grind, and we don't mind. Pick it up, shit. Face don't posting. Put in the time, we get up behind. Stand on your 2 feet, no joint crowd. Stay grounded with 10 toes down. Some get big handy when they win at a show. Some act like Joe. Close some hype for dough. Real breeders are humble, you know. Cause they know just cause you won the class don't mean you won the show.